Ever feel like you're drowning, just totally swamped, trying to keep all your sales quotes straight and on top of all the tax stuff?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, today we're diving into something that aims to make that whole struggle a thing of the past.
Okay.
Oracle CPQ Cloud and how it works with Vertex tax solutions.
Yeah, that's a big one, right? Because whether you're selling, you've been doing this forever, you're a pro at sales, or you're just getting started and you're new to CPQ, figuring out taxes, getting them right on quotes, it's a pain.
It's a huge headache.
It is.
And there's so many different kinds. You've got sales tax, you've got use tax, you've got VAT, depending on, where you are and who you're selling to.
Right,
It's
exactly.
enough to make anyone just want to give up.
Yeah.
So how does this integration actually make things easier?
Okay, so imagine like you're putting together a quote, right, for a customer, and they're in a totally different state,
Okay.
or even like a different country.
Yeah.
And suddenly, bam, you're hit with this like wall of tax regulations.
Mhm.
Like, what do I do with this? Are they a nonprofit?
Right.
Is this product even taxable where they are? It's a lot to figure out, but that's where Vertex comes in.
So it's more than just like calculating a percentage.
Oh, yeah, way more. It's not that simple. It's like having this intelligent assistant, right? Vertex's engine integrates right into Oracle CPQ Cloud, so it's there the whole time. And it understands all these like little nuances of the tax rules. It looks at location, the types of products, any exemptions that might apply to the customer. All those things that could easily trip you up, And it makes sure that the quote you're building has the most accurate tax, like right then and there in real time as you're going.
That's key though, right? Real time.
Absolutely.
Because I've definitely had those moments where the tax gets calculated at the very last second and it throws everything off.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
And that's the beauty of this integration. Because Vertex is working in the background, you're getting those calculations as you build the quote. No more going back and forth, no surprises for you, no surprises for your customer. Everything's just smooth and upfront.
It's going to be good for everybody, right? Like less stress, fewer headaches.
Oh, yeah. Builds more trust, too, I think, when you're transparent like that.
Definitely. Now, I did notice this isn't just, some random brand new partnership here.
Right.
This material mentions that Oracle and Vertex have been working together for over 25 years.
That's a long time.
That's like forever in the tech world.
It is. And I think it really speaks volumes, It shows that they're committed, that there's a level of trust there. This isn't just like a quick, hey, let's throw this together. This is them working together for a long time to solve a real problem.
It makes you feel more confident in it, I think, knowing that.
Absolutely.
And it's not just talk either, right?
Right.
Because Oracle actually uses Vertex themselves for their own tax calculation.
Exactly. Yeah. They believe in it.
It's like that saying, eating your own dog food.
Exactly.
If you're not willing to use it yourself, why should anyone else?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not just them. I mean, over 60% of Fortune 500 companies, they use Vertex. And those are some serious companies with some complex operations, high standards. So if it works for them, chances are it's going to handle whatever most businesses throw at it.
Yeah, it's been battle tested for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dig a little deeper, get into the nitty-gritty of how it actually works.
Okay.
One of these documents mentions something called an Oracle CPQ adapter. Can you explain what that is in plain English and why we should care about it?
Okay, so imagine, think of it like this. You've got your phone charger, right?
Yeah.
And you're trying to plug it in, but you're in a different country, and the outlet's a different shape.
Okay.
What do you need?
An adapter.
An adapter. You got it. So the Oracle CPQ adapter, it's basically like that, a bridge.
Okay.
It lets Oracle CPQ Cloud and Vertex talk to each other, share information without any problems.
So it's making sure that those two systems can understand each other, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that all the important stuff, like the things you're selling, where the customer is, all that flows from Oracle CPQ Cloud to Vertex, so it can calculate the tax.
Okay, that makes sense. I do see here that the adapter uses both SOP and REST APIs. I have to be honest, those terms, they're a little techie for me.
Sure.
Can you break it down?
Of course.
What are those, and why is it good that the adapter can work with both?
Okay, so think of it like ordering food.
Okay.
SOP is like calling up the restaurant,
Oh, yeah.
placing a specific order, you're following their rules, it's structured.
Right.
REST is more like ordering online, it's faster, it's a little more flexible, right? You can kind of do it how you want. Supporting both means this integration, it's adaptable.
So it's about having options, not necessarily one being better than the other.
Exactly. It's about fitting into whatever your company's already using, their ordering system.
I like that analogy.
Right.
Okay, last thing I want to understand. Private endpoints.
Okay.
What are those, and what do they have to do with security?
All right, so imagine this. You're having this really, really important business conversation.
Yeah.
Confidential stuff.
Okay.
Do you want to have that chat on a crowded train where everyone can hear you?
Probably not.
Or do you want to be in a private office where it's secure?
Definitely the office, right?
Private endpoints, they're like that secure office, but for your data.
Okay.
Instead of sending all that sensitive financial info out over the public internet where anyone could potentially get to it,
Yeah.
private endpoints let Oracle, CPQ, Cloud, and Vertex talk to each other within your company's own private network.
So it's like a direct, secure line for all that important information.
Exactly.
Keeps it safe.
And in this day and age, that's important.
That's huge,
Right.
especially with all the data breaches you hear about.
All the time.
So that peace of mind, that's got to be valuable.
Huge.
So it's like a direct, secure line for all that important information. Keeps it safe. Okay, so this is all painting a much nicer picture of dealing with taxes, right?
Right.
Less of
Yeah.
a burden, more like, I don't know, a well-oiled machine or something.
Exactly.
But let's zoom out for a second.
Okay.
We talked about saving time. We talked about security. But for the people listening, the businesses, what's the bottom line here?
Yeah.
Why does it matter?
That's the million-dollar question, right? I think it comes down to, like, freeing you up to actually focus on what matters, you know? Growing your business.
Right.
You're taking this big, complicated thing, the sales process, and you're automating this critical part of it. That frees up time, it frees up resources, your sales team can get back to selling, finance can do their thing, and nobody has to stress about whether the taxes are right.
No more late nights trying to fix some tax mistake
Right.
or getting those panicky calls from customers who are confused.
Exactly. And that peace of mind, you can't put a price on that. You know, imagine you close this huge deal, and instead of worrying about the tax stuff later on, you can actually just like celebrate the win and move on.
It's like having this safety net,
Yeah.
catching those potential tax problems before they even happen.
Exactly. And it can grow with you too. So it doesn't matter if you're just starting out or you're a big company, it's designed to handle it. It can streamline everything, and then you can get back to what you're good at.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot. So for everyone listening, if they're thinking, okay, this sounds great, but where do I start? What's the key takeaway here?
If you remember one thing from this whole deep dive, I want it to be this. Don't get bogged down in the weeds of taxes. It doesn't have to be this huge weight on your shoulders anymore.
Right.
There are solutions out there, like this Oracle and Vertex thing, that are meant to make your life easier, make your business run smoother, and make your customers happier too.
Working smarter, not harder.
100%. So don't let taxes hold you back, okay? There's tech out there that can handle it for you so you can get back to what you do best.
So should people be like calling their Oracle rep right now? What's the next step?
Well, it's always good to be in the loop, right? But before you do anything, just take a moment. Think about your own company. Where are the headaches with taxes coming from? What's it costing you to not automate this stuff? Once you have a handle on that, then you can start looking at solutions like this and see if it's the right fit.
It's kind of amazing when you think about it that something as complicated as taxes can be made so much simpler.
Yeah.
This could be a game changer for so many businesses.
Oh, absolutely. I think especially, if you're stuck doing everything by hand or you're just really worried about getting it right.
Right, because those mistakes, they can be costly.
Exactly.
And I'm starting to realize it's more than just about the money, too.
Oh, yeah.
There's a real cost to not automating this stuff.
Huge cost. You think about all the stress, the time just like crunching numbers.
Yeah.
And if something slips through the cracks, it can really hurt your business.
Reputation, everything. Yeah.
Everything.
It's like one little mistake can snowball into this huge problem.
It really can, yeah. And when you invest in something like this, it's not just about being more efficient. You're protecting yourself. You're making sure those problems don't happen in the first place.
Being proactive instead of reactive.
100%.
I like that. Well, this has been eye-opening, I have to say.
Yeah.
We went from this world of like tax chaos and spreadsheets everywhere to like there's actually a way to do this where it's accurate, it's efficient, and it's not going to keep you up at night.
Exactly. That's what technology's supposed to do, right?
Right. So for everyone listening, the big takeaway is don't just accept that taxes have to be a nightmare.
Right. There's a better way.
There are solutions out there, this Oracle CPQ and Vertex thing being one of them, that can really make a difference.
They can make your life easier, yeah.
Free you up to actually focus on your business.
Exactly. And I think the key thing is don't be afraid to ask questions, Find out what's out there, do your research, make the best decision for your company.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's it for this deep dive. Until next time.